to Wait a Gam Minute. Our topic tonight is emotionally scarred. The dictionary defines it as emotionally traumatic experience from one's past that has not yet been dealt with in the appropriate way. Oftentimes, emotional wounds can be from a recent experience, such as your childhood, abuse, sexual abuse, violence, and or bullying. Whatever you're emotionally scarred about, tonight we're going to talk about it. As always, share our Facebook Lives. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned for Wait a Gam Minute.
Hey y'all! Wait a Gam Minute. Y'all missed us, but we've been one been out, one been here.
You okay?
Kate been behind.
I know y'all miss me, but I've been here. Tonight, emotionally scarred. Let's jump right on in it. My definition of emotionally scarred is gonna be basically being hurt and currently hurt from something that came from someone that you either love, because I don't feel like you can put your emotions in something that you're not even attached to. So it has to be something that you was attached to in your past or currently. It don't really have to be in your past, or it could be in your past and it's never going to go nowhere. Like, it's always going to sit there. So whatever experience you had with that, it's going to always just continue to surface back, even when it's something new that you're doing. So if you're in a new situation and it already has scarred you, it's there. So you're going to bring it into that situation.
And this is paint definition. So nobody want to look at the dictionary.
Oh yeah,
this her definition of it. And mine is something similar, but I feel like emotionally scarred is a traumatic situation. It ain't probably didn't really have to come from a person. Sometimes yes, but I feel like it's something traumatic that happened and your emotions took over. And it's more like it could be having your adult life or childhood life, but emotionally.
Or could have followed you from childhood. That's what that shit is rock definition. So let's go get it.
And that's pretty much my definition of emotionally scarred as well. I'm not sure if there's a whole bunch of different variations of it, but to me, I think you guys pretty much covered all that. However, I do think that you can also be emotionally scarred. You don't have to actually be in love or attached to the person, because you can be emotionally scarred like if you was attacked, but you don't know the person.
That's right.
But it affects you from that point to your current life. You know, whatever, whether it was a year, 2 years, 20 years. Mm-hmm. So that can leave you emotionally scarred because it can affect your relationship from that point on, where you can't even really, become too attached or too emotionally involved with someone because of what happened. So yeah, so I think we're all pretty much on the same page as far as emotionally scarred. Now, do you feel, Pine, emotionally scarred? Do you feel that's something that you can heal from? Or
it's a paint version.
No, I don't feel like too much like you can pretty much heal. I'm not gonna say you can. All wounds heal. Mm-hmm. It just takes time.
But do you think that's something that keeps?
Is it gonna? Yes, that's why I was gonna pretty much touch base on. I feel like it's gonna affect the next situation or the next relationship that you're in. I feel like it's gonna continue to affect that, because if you're scarred, quote unquote, where does it go? If you cut me, I have cuts on my body that I'm scarred from. It's not gonna go nowhere. They're here for a lifetime. And that's the same as emotionally. It sits right here. It weighs on your heart. It weighs you down. So when that situation arises back up and you're right there with it again, you're reliving the same situation again.
Now, do you think it's something? Now, scars do heal.
Yeah, because she said it don't. But like I said, this is paint feel like it don't heal. And it's okay.
No, I said all wounds heal.
All wounds heal.
But
it can heal, right?
Something can heal and it's still there.
But you saying
It's
it's there.
just healing.
But
It
if
just
it
heals.
heals, do it still
Like a cut
affect you?
close up and it heals. But it affects you. Correct.
Once it heals, how does it still hurt you?
No, it still hurts. It still hurts because
I think it becomes the person pain.
Right.
it is.
Cause
Maybe.
Yeah.
you know,
Maybe.
sometimes.
How do y'all feel? Y'all
Yeah, y'all tune in and give me some. Cause
Yeah,
this
y'all
is
feel like-
all paint version, but we want everybody version.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever been emotionally scarred? You don't have to tell your business. How did you handle it? How did you get through it? But I feel like I agree with Shantae. You don't have to carry it on. Your scar don't heal. You know, you can get professional help. You can get professional help. There's nothing wrong with getting a counselor.
Nothing wrong
And I don't
with
care about
therapy,
telling
baby.
y'all.
Nothing.
She the right hand help me.
And I do too.
And I ain't really crazy. You know, sometimes you gotta notice if you need a little bit of help.
Yeah.
See, it's okay, Pain, because you gotta let it go. You gotta get that professional help, sweetheart.
Yeah. I don't have time for it.
So you want to keep picking at the soul and keep, because basically what you're doing is it heal. Because you said you can't let it go.
Right.
It heal, but you keep picking at it.
Yeah, I don't pick at it. If a situation arises back up,
It brings it back up in your mind.
it picks at itself because it brings it back to me. You ever been through something in a certain situation or with in a certain relationship, and you have something new before you, but it opens back up because you start living that again, that situation.
So it's like you ain't let it go.
Right.
You can't.
No.
It's almost
No.
like Erica Badu baggage.
When you're emotionally,
You
The
carry
baggage.
around baggage, and baggage, you just add more baggage on top of
Your back
the
tag.
already bag that you have, you just
Your
add
back tag.
more. Your back
when you're emotionally scarred, baby, it wears on you.
But that's what I'm
It
saying.
wears you. It wears on you. It wears you all
I ain't gonna
almost
take
down.
out the
Like
check.
it almost wears you down. And they say you have to release things and let it go.
Right.
Or
Let
you
go,
not-
let God.
They say let go and they definitely say let go and let God. And I've let go and let God in a lot of
So it's
situations.
still
But when I'm scarred, I'm scarred. And when I'm scarred, I'm scarred. And you know, I pray. And I ask God to give me the strength, and I believe He do in any situation that I've been in. Because let's get on that. One of the reasons why I feel like I'm emotionally scarred, it has nothing to do with the relationship. But it has something to do. Well, it can have something to do with relationship, but not like intimacy or romantically, but more so like a parenting relationship.
Okay.
Like I've been emotionally scarred with that, and you know how they always say, and I probably have said this before, or maybe I haven't, but they say that it takes a village to raise children, and that's something that I don't have. I don't feel like I have that, and I have.
You didn't have it for you as a child, or you want to have a man for your children?
Well, I can honestly say like my mother didn't have a whole I take that back. My father might have not been with my mother, but he was in my life. But our relationship wasn't probably the way it should have been.
Why not?
Because
She probably was scared of you, you bully him.
Did you bully that like that was Stephanie Bob?
What was it?
I don't know, I stole my brother's car one day.
See, you probably stressed him out.
And my
You say
daddy
you stole
used to
your
live
brother's
down
car
the
one
street.
day?
Yeah, I stole my brother's car one day, and my daddy used to live down the street. And I feel like my daddy always came around. And maybe it's me, but you know, I've forgiven him for that now, so that's not something that I'm emotionally scarred about. But my father used to, I feel like my father used to come around when it was time to discipline me. But all
Versus
the
having
other
a-
times
right,
in my life and having a daddy-daughter relationship, like that bothered me for so many years, and
Okay.
I just really, since I've gotten into my 30s, really let that go. So you can let stuff go and not revisit it, and that's probably one of the
So the
situations that I was
you.
emotionally scarred by. I could never go to my father and talk to him about guys and what to expect from them, because no, I didn't know. I didn't have that relationship with him.
Me either. It's okay.
Right.
I didn't have that relationship with him. But I don't love my father no less. I don't take nothing from him because anything that I've asked of him, he did just that. But I had to realize that as I got older. You know, some people tend to hold stuff like that against their parents.
So this is one of your areas of scars.
Yeah, it's one of my areas of scar, but it's one of the areas I've let go.
Okay,
now,
well, let me ask you this right quick. Now, you say you let it go. It scarred you, but you let it go. So would you consider that a well-healed scar that you don't pick at, or do you consider that just a bruise? Because, you know, a scar leave a mark on you, so therefore it leaves a mark in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit. But a bruise goes away, like, within a matter of minutes or seconds or whatever, and it leaves no mark. So would that be considered a mark? Just a little bruise?
no, yeah, maybe a bruise. I feel like I've healed from that. And
So you don't need no professional. You think you got help here to come back up, or just don't come back up?
Oh, if I got help, it'll probably come back up.
So what you mean? These people is professional.
It'll probably come back up.
Why do you feel?
I mean, everything's gonna come up.
No,
I'm
I'm
talking
saying-
about laying all on the table.
Okay, so
all
how
of
would you
them
bring that up, though?
It's just like I'm throwing up.
No.
Like I'm throwing up my gut. Nothing is gonna stay in. Everything's gonna come up.
Well, yeah.
Either I'm letting it go.
No,
And I'm explaining to somebody what I've been through all my life, my whole, entire life. That's gonna come up.
No, I'm
Like, it
saying
affects me
if
now.
you get the professional help, do you think it'll be a
But we
scar?
talking about that. That's the thing. I don't have time for professional help, dog. I don't have time for that.
But you need to go see a
I
therapist
just
for
you
30
say
years.
do you think it'll come back up? Like you think it'll
I don't know why I'm talking about therapist. I'm not really gonna see one.
it's okay. Don't let me be a birth guy. Listen guys.
Listen, guys.
If y'all going through anything, pain feel that shit, it's okay.
I'm never gonna probably see one though.
It's okay.
I'm probably not.
Good.
It's okay. It's okay if you see one.
Well, I probably should have seen one a long time ago. I
No,
didn't
you
wait till
can see one
34
now.
years old to go see one.
Yes, you can, because I was in one now, and I didn't go see one at 34.
Okay.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Okay, so we do have a question for you, Pint. You've forgiven him, but are you still scarred as far as male figures in relationships?
Yes.
So that's why you should go ahead and go to the counselor. It's okay.
It's okay.
Oh, I just told y'all all
That's
kinds
a
of
bad
time. My schedule-
Y'all send me some hearts
That's
out
why-
there. Y'all help Paint. Send some hearts, y'all, and let Paint know it's okay if you need therapy. Send some hearts. Let me know, like.
I'm not denying the fact that I need
But you don't want
therapy. But what I am gonna say is that I don't have that time. I have to work. I gotta go home, feed my children. I gotta run my hair, my children. I gotta bath. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Work in the days coming is that gonna fit? That's why I just say I'm probably emotionally scarred because I have so much that I carry on my back as a parent that I know some parents don't have to do that because they have a village. They have people that's in place to help them. I would probably have to found a babysitter just to go sit in front of a damn counselor.
Right, but you need to make
That bothers me because I don't like asking people for nothing. So even when it comes to certain babysitting, I have a problem with that because I feel like if you have both parents living, quote unquote, it's not nobody else's responsibility. That way it's supposed to be juggled between the two. I know I'm a mother. So nobody has to say, well, that's your responsibility to make sure your children, and I do a damn good job with that. But it's supposed to be balanced.
I agree with that.
So we do have some hearts from what Rashida said.
Thank y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Londa. Do you have a regular PCP? Do you go to the doctor and get physicals and everything for your physical health?
Yeah.
So it's okay to have a doctor for your mental health as well. So that's just something to think about. Not right this minute. You're going to be doing it when you're ready. So we're going to leave that part.
Okay, that sounds about right. But my PCP don't talk to me about that. My PCP did prescribe me medicine that I haven't even took yet to have patience and to calm my nerves.
But
Yeah.
But you have a doctor
You
for
have to take
everything. You have a
No,
doctor for everything.
I've not taken one of those pills, and that was probably prescribed that 2 years ago.
So you want to be in bondage.
So
you
you
want
wanna
to be in
be in
bondage. Wait a damn minute. Come on, you gotta let it
If
go.
you make time for stuff, if you
Because that's part of your health.
right? You have to make time for that too.
Get that back
Because if
off
not,
you.
you're gonna continue
You want to?
She like,
So you don't want the help.
I'm not gonna say I don't want that help.
you just don't have time for it.
When I
Make
get
time for
tired-
your health, because that's when stress come in. That's when high blood pressure come in, and that's when we like me with a big stomach, because stress sits right here.
Oh, that must be why mine sits
Boom.
right in my
Oh, that's probably why man.
So much stress on your
That's staying out too.
I can't.
So
I need you
so we
to.
have to cover that up.
I need you to get that right, sweetheart.
But it's happening.
So,
So yeah, as I say,
so-
like in my past experiences from certain situations with males,
Mm-hmm.
I don't live that. I don't live that anymore. Like relationship wise, if you want to talk about me and emotionally scarred relationship wise, like I have learned, and I used to do that. I used to take it from one relationship and take it into the next.
So what made you stop doing that then? You said you don't do that anymore. What made you stop doing it?
Because I met somebody with a stronger mind that could show me different. When he did something wrong, he corrected it, and he didn't just continue over and over and over again to relive that one situation.
So what about you? When you do something wrong, do you correct your wrong for him?
No, because Pat is spoiled.
That's it.
I don't really do too much that's wrong.
Oh, okay.
As far as relationship wise, I feel like I'm really good.
What? Well, if you taking baggage from one
In
relationship
that
to
area, I feel
another,
like I'm really good.
but if you taking scars from one relationship to another relationship, then you don't think that's wrong?
I think in my recent relationship, like we've learned to heal with one another.
Oh,
Okay.
Like we've learned to heal with one another. We've been through some of the same things that have brought both of us down, and now we're living for us to complete one another, to help us out and get both of us out of those dark past memories. So I think we pretty much got it as far
You
as
see,
that's
the
concerned.
more traumatized and the more you think of it's the more it messes with you.
Mm-hmm. It's
Because
torment. What's the word? It torment.
Mm-hmm.
What was the word?
It torments you.
Torments
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
But you know this though, like keeping a journal can help you. Like sometimes people don't feel comfortable to actually sit, because I was like that sometime back. I was like, oh, I ain't crazy. You don't have to be crazy because you want to speak about your scars or things that's bothering you.
Right.
You're not crazy when you actually go get help. So once you change that mindset and you actually get help, if you don't want to like talk to somebody, keeping a journal is good too. Like a diary, writing your feelings down.
Yeah.
That's
I used to have one when I was younger, but I got rid of that too because I started getting. I don't know. Go ahead.
So, Yolanda shared, excuse me, the emotional scar, something that's caused her to have an emotional scar. Shantae and Rashida, we're having the viewers ask, can y'all share a moment or something that had happened to one of you that emotionally scarred you? We can start with Shantae.
Well, I don't think I really have anything that really scarred me. I might have had some bruises, but I haven't had anything that I dragged on or I keep picking at. So therefore, I wouldn't say I have emotionally scars. I have bruises, bumps and bruises that I have gotten over. And yes, I do see a therapist. But as far as scars and bringing on baggage, no. I let it go. And then I think that's just my personality that I just don't really think or keep holding on to stuff. It's like, even if I'm mad about something or somebody said something or did something, it might bother me for that moment, but then after that, I'm like, okay, whatever. So, I don't know. I have
So you got tough skin.
I
Would you
would
consider
say-
that tough skin?
I think
because
it's just
nothing
that-
really scars you.
No, I think it's more so I kind of like remove myself from the situation. So mentally, when I remove myself, mentally, my emotions or whatever is removed too. So it's
Right,
like-
but you have to be strong to do that.
Yeah, well,
You know, some people can't just do that. Sometimes in in some
Because
situations.
it involves you in other areas.
Right, it makes you strong in one area and bitter in the next.
No.
You don't think so?
I keep it moving. I don't really think about it. And I don't really think about anything. Just like you were saying about your father. Well, my father wasn't there. My mom and my dad divorced when I was 10. But that didn't bother me either. I was really kind of glad that she left. Like, I was really like glad that she left. Because him being there wasn't beneficial to her.
Right.
So no, that didn't bother me. And
So
then,
being
like,
it wasn't beneficial to her, you don't feel like it was beneficial to you?
no, because he wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't doing nothing when he was there.
And that kind of is like
So
some of
it's
the
kind of
same
like he
things
was in
I'm
the
going
way.
through.
So when he left, it kind of like opened up things for us. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like when he was there, it seemed like my mother was struggling. But when he left, it was so much better.
Do you feel like that's what makes you who you are today? Like it makes you want to just, it makes you let things go a little bit more easier because you experienced
And
that?
that could be. I never thought about that. It could be, but I don't think so. Like I really don't think so because I don't really think about like, oh, if he was here, this would have happened, or maybe if he was here, that would have. I never thought about
You don't
that.
think like that?
No.
Well, mine is kind of similar. And I honestly think that I had two different scars. And one is my father. Just the stuff that he would do, you know, drinking and coming in,
Right.
acting foolish, and
See, and
really
I
wasn't
did
happy
together.
on mama, right? Yeah, my dad and her getting on together. And you know, and to see him come in like that as a child, it caused me to have really bad nerves. My nerves is a lot better, but growing up, I mean, I had really bad nerves. Like, and it came from different things that I saw that was unpleasing, and I carried that on through my adult life. I never got into counseling for it, but until my adult years, I did get counseling because it was bothering me. Like, I would be worked up behind something so small. And you know, people, my family had got used to me, but some people look at me and be like, what the world wrong with her? But I just,
So you was like having like anxiety thing?
for instance, like most mothers, if your baby get a stomach virus and throwing up, y'all basically probably clean it up and be there for your children, child, or whatever. Me, I don't think I'm gonna plan a funeral. I mean, wait a damn minute. That's how bad my nerves are. Girl, I would cry. I would get so like worked up. I would call, and I would just be over the top. And then they'd be like, rock. You know, she just got a 25-hour bug. But to me, that made me get ready to die. Because I just was that bad. My nerves. Now, am I like that now?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I can't. I'm a lot better. I'm a lot better. If my mom was to get sick,
You cry when you get sick, Wall.
I get extra. But my kids, my
You
mom,
So you cry when you
it come from bad
You're
nerves.
getting that? You're being extra?
It come from bad, and I just think that was part of my childhood. I was always scared something bad going to happen, you know, and that's not good. But and I got older, you know, I got the right help because I always had this thing like something bad going to happen, you know. And then as I got older, I started reading more. You know, our thoughts are very real. Our thoughts become real. You have to think positive. So I had to actually read and get the right help and get the counseling because I'm not crazy. It's just what it scared me, you know. Even if somebody outside yelling and playing, or they yelling and screaming and laughing, my family will tell you I almost break my neck running to the door thinking that one of them don't get hit by a car because they screaming but they laughing. It's bad.
So do you think, so with you having like nervous or anxiety or feeling extra, as you said, you think that had something to do with
Most
being
definitely.
emotionally scarred?
Most definitely. At first I didn't know where it was coming from.
Is that what your therapist told you?
Yes, I'm saying first I didn't know where it was coming from, but that could traumatize a child watching your dad hit and fight your mama while he's drunk and stuff. And your dad don't come there. It was more to it. Like he don't come there every night. He come every other month or every 3 months. And when I hear that key come in the door, I get ill to the stomach because I know that he ain't been there for a little while, but he got a key and he gonna come in here and it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that bothered me, and I think
I agree with that children stuff because I think my
and
children,
they carry that
children,
on.
I do too.
You know, some of them will say, "Look,
yeah,
enough is enough."
I think my children are emotionally scarred. Well, not y'all see us per se, but my twin and Marcus, I feel like they're emotionally scarred. Marvin didn't too much of get the portion of being emotionally scarred.
So why do you feel like
he was the first grandbaby, so my mom just took him right there at that very moment. Like she just took him right in front of her wing. And y'all see I've gotten older and I knew how to deal with certain situations better. So he hasn't gotten emotionally scarred either. But Marcus is the first child that's really been up under me that I've raised from the womb on forward. And I feel like anything that I took on, he's taken on as well. And the twins too. I already have two different fathers. It's almost like the similar way the situations have been similar. So they watch us fuss and argue, and in certain situations they probably gonna grow up and feel like this is the way we should do it because this is how I saw my mother and my father presented.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So it has to be, and I'm not ashamed to say that because if I'm not gonna get myself help, I will tell y'all that I will seek help for my children because of what they've seen. So although I might not want it for myself, I want better for my children.
That's right.
So
you think they could be emotionally scarred from?
I know they are.
Why you think that?
Because I just said because of what they've seen me do.
They act a certain way.
They act a certain way. They act a certain way, and they say certain things, and they do certain things, and they just like you. They extra. They get nervous about certain things. They make them jump, make them scared, make them real angry and want to fight.
That's how. Yeah.
They just on go. They be on go. So yeah. It's a lot of reasons why I feel like that.
So Londa, I understand you. That's why you should really take on that thought of counseling. Shantae, we have a question for you. What about beneficial to you? You don't feel any type of void deep down when you were saying that it didn't bother you as far as the father?
I would feel a void when I was younger. Like, well, when I was younger, they didn't have to do father-daughter dances. So I didn't feel no void with that. But, now they do that. I probably would have felt the void if they did that then. I didn't get no father-daughter dance. But I can't really say I feel the void. I would have to really think about that. Because I can't really say. Now, what I can say is like how Rock was saying it made her have anxiety. It might have made me, like Ron was saying, do I have tough skin? It might have made me have tough skin because I feel like, oh no, I don't need nobody to do this. I can do that or whatever. So
And
I would say that would be the only thing. But as far as a void, no, because you can't really miss something that you never really had. So if I never really had a father there to do certain things, I can't miss it.
And I couldn't agree with her
So
because
it's not a void.
I was happy when he wasn't there.
Right.
Because it was peaceful.
Better. Right.
It was peaceful.
So does that make your relationships different because of your father?
No.
Most definitely for me.
You don't feel like that makes your relationship different? Like as far as your father being absent or not being around, or like certain things that a father can only teach you that comes from a man, how your mother couldn't did.
Well, it is a little different for me because it does not sound right to say dad to him.
Right.
If that makes sense.
See,
and I don't know if that's a scar or that's just what I'm used to.
Right. See,
I called him by his name.
Me too.
So you feel like y'all would have a different relationship? You would call him dad.
Right.
You wouldn't call him by his name.
Right. I think
I
so.
do call my father dad.
You got him dad?
Yeah.
It sounds really weird to do
I just
that.
feel like that's weird. I feel like it's a sense of. I felt like at a younger age it was a sense of disrespect to call him his name because I've always been taught
But
to
see,
call
yours
him mom, you call your daddy your dad.
Yeah.
But
So
you
you
know,
was sober. Your
dad
dad was sober.
So when he disciplined you, so you did mine.
See, my mom couldn't call my daddy to discipline me
Right, so
because
no.
he probably was falling over. I probably pay him no mind.
But
Yeah, so
that's not something that you want your father to always be around. Is just to come around and discipline
And that's true.
You want your father to be there doing happy moments. You want your father to be there taking his part into raising you.
But have you
taking
thought
his
about
part
maybe
into teaching you
maybe
what
you
it
got that
is?
part? Because you was focused on the discipline part. Maybe the discipline part hurt you much more than you realized, that you didn't even think about when he took you to the ice cream truck. Or maybe he came over that day, he took you to the ice cream truck, you ate the ice cream, then you start misbehaving, then he disciplined you. You forgot all about the ice cream that you ate.
No, what I'm saying is like when your mother is raising you, it takes a strong woman to raise
Right.
their children alone.
Right.
But when your mother is raising you, you know, it's certain things that she can teach you that your father can't. But it takes this why they say it takes a mother to raise a daughter and it takes a father to raise a father. I disagree with that saying. I feel like it takes both, because a lot of qualities of me would probably be better had I had a man around raising me. And I don't take nothing from myself, because I did have somebody that I looked at like a father for years, and I only saw that one man as I was coming up. And you know, probably to this day I could probably call him and get pointers or talk to him and this, that, and the third. But it's just nothing like having your biological father.
Okay, so you said you have someone now that you can call, get pointers with, like the stepdad or something?
Yeah, yes, who my mother was with for years, the whole time I was being raised. So
Okay, so you
I
did have a
didn't-
male figure.
I had a male figure in my life, and I was saying to myself one time, I said, if I ever get married, that's who will walk me down the aisle.
And see, your stepfather, who walked me around. And see, mine is a little different, because I guess it's just who I am, and it comes from my mother. That's so hard. Because my daddy wasn't there as a childhood growing up, and I kind of sometimes feel bad for him because he wasn't taught. He wasn't taught properly how to be a man.
Okay.
And I know that he wasn't taught, and then he drank a lot. But I always said, if I ever get married, my daddy will walk me down, cause that's my daddy. And some people even said, I had some people say, "You crazy? Your daddy, my daddy live with me. I take good care of him." But I know that's my blessings come from.
Don't you cry? Oh no.
Oh, no.
But it-
Oh no. But they do.
Right.
That is where they come from.
Right.
That is. And don't block
But
your
some people
blessings.
say you stupid.
No, you're not.
They don't say it now. Why did they live with you? They take care of him.
You're not.
I take care of my daddy. He
You're
was
not.
there for me.
You're not.
Man, I take care of my daddy.
Now, I don't know about
And I didn't want there for me, but he is now. He's at my beck and call.
So what's wrong with that? They crazy. Why was somebody walking down the aisle and they never take care of me? There's something wrong with
Why
me.
you want
You
to?
said what?
Why would I want somebody to take care of me walking down the aisle? What's wrong with
Well,
me?
let me tell you that. I'm not gonna say that my father didn't take care of me, because you say your father didn't even take care of you.
Yes,
So
he might
when
have
you
been.
say didn't take care of you,
Meaning like
I-
he wasn't
financially,
there.
emotionally, like mentally, none of that. Like, see, and Sheeta and I pretty much had the same thing, because they run together. They both.
And I think it's just going for a
See,
lot of
that's
things.
what
And
a
he's
lot
really
of
sick.
people I was
And I wonder, like, why is this all on me? I don't
Oh,
get
why
it.
you have to take care
Why?
of
Why?
it's written, baby. I don't got the answer for that, but it's written. It's written.
Someone says that says a lot about your character, Rashida. And we had someone ask, have any of you actually sat down with your dads, your fathers, and actually gave them this conversation?
No, because he always was drunk, and then he's really sick. So his memory is really not as good. Y'all keep that in prayer. But again, I'm serious. Like, oh gosh, I just don't even feel comfortable bringing it up. I think he knows.
Well,
I think he knows.
I haven't, because I don't really, I don't even talk to mine for real. I don't talk to him. He'll call, and depending on how I feel that day, I might answer the phone, but normally I don't answer the phone. So I
What if
guess-
we're right? It don't bother you.
That I don't answer the phone? No. I look at it like, and put it back down. But so far, I think this year I answered the phone twice. I answered the phone twice
for stuff?
No. He don't ask for anything. He'll just be talking, but he'll be talking like I'm still like a little girl or something, because I guess he forgot, or maybe he didn't miss a couple of years. But yeah, I answered the phone for him twice and talked to him twice this year. And the first time was in March, and that was the first time probably since 2003 or 2002. It was been a long time. My sister talked to him though. But she know, but if he asks her for my number or whatever, she knows not to give him my number. If he asks her anything about me, she cuts it off and says, you know not to ask about her. You know, stuff like that. I'm fine with it.
So does crying help you relax?
I just think, like I said, he's really sick, and sometimes I feel overwhelmed.
So I'm saying you cry a lot though.
No, I think when I get excited about something, my eyes get teared up. But I don't think I cry a lot.
You did not. It's okay though, Bob. It's
think-
okay to cry.
I don't think
I didn't want to
cry.
know like this.
That's part of my nerves,
So,
though.
Rob, I know you said you see a therapist, and just like I said, I see a therapist too. But you know what? You said you talk to your therapist about your dad's situation. I don't. I talk to my therapist about everything else I got going on, like work, what I'm trying to do, why my mind all over the place, because why am I trying to do 10, 15, 20 million things at one time, then I be forgetting stuff because I'm trying to do so much stuff. I don't talk
You talking about your dad?
Not at all, because I don't feel, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel like that plays a major part in my life. Like I even said, like if it was the past, I would just probably just walk in like a normal person going to a funeral. Like I don't have whatever that is.
You wouldn't cry.
I haven't cried on something that I'm not gonna miss. Or
And that thing, yeah, it's just different because my kids have a bond with my dad. And
I think you're gonna
See,
fall.
and that's
I don't
good,
think
though.
I'll fall out.
But that's good.
I think you're gonna fade it out. You
But see,
don't be
that's
doing
good.
good.
Because it sounds better when they say granddaddy,
Right.
John, versus me saying dad.
But see, I think that's good though, because
My kids was
because
raised.
he's there. He didn't do for you, but he's there. He spent time.
And that's
with
another
us.
thing I put
And I
down.
still didn't even do it for the grandkids. For my.
But you put in time with him. You almost, even if he didn't raise you
I raised him.
basically
He's
raised
the
him.
son I never had. John is my daddy, and I love him, and I have all girls.
Where is
He's the
That's
son
all in the shop.
I never had. Boom.
That was a lot of information to take in. That was very touching. Rashida, thank you for taking in our dad and raising him, basically. Now, y'all have talked about being emotionally scarred by your parent, one of the other, mother or father. Have you ever been emotionally scarred by a friend? Any friends that have ever did anything that caused you to actually be scarred? Any one of you can answer.
Not a friend, but a boyfriend. I've been scarred about a male friend, and I got through it.
How did he scar you? Like, what was the situation?
It was just, he hurt me to the core, you know. And I feel like I poured out my heart, and I was there. He was with my husband and all this stuff. And it just hurt when you just keep turning your head, but you know they're doing something. And when you gotta stand for someone, you'll go for anything. So when I released it, let them go, it took a while. I had counseling for that too. Once I released it and got through it, I was very depressed. I was just more hurt because he was all I was used to. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it was like, I don't want nobody else and all that good stuff. But I got through it. And that's how I know I'm healed from it, because we're actually good friends. Like,
Okay.
he is
So would you call that a
most
scar
times
or a bruise?
neither. I don't have a bruise. I'm healed from it. And I'm kind of, sound crazy, but I'm kind of glad I went through it, because it taught me some stuff. And he still teach me stuff. You know what? He guys all big ass big stuff. He's like a daddy to me, but not a zaddy, but a daddy, because he teaches me about these little men and how, you know. So I'm glad I went through it. Because it made me strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get through it. Because sometimes, I be like, I ain't chasing nobody.
Right.
I chased him when I was young. Like I don't did it all. And then I done went through all this stuff. Ain't cheating around, ain't chasing nobody. And if you don't want me bother me, and when you tell me you don't want me or want a relationship, it don't bother me. It made me strong. Like that probably about handling back, I talked and jumped, and it helped me in the long run. I don't take nothing from y'all, like them guys. I don't take nothing from them. So it really helped me.
No more emotionally scarred for you.
No.
From relationships.
No. Now when it comes to relationships, no, but again,
You outgrown that.
Yeah, like it made me who I am. Like,
So
when you know your worth.
You
When you
can
know
actually
your
take
worth.
heal from that.
Yes, because you know you got females out here. They know they worn out and know they scarred from every angle.
Right.
From being verbally abused, physically abused, no support, no help, emotional abuse, and they won't leave them.
Yeah.
They can't help them, they stay. That's scarred, and that's really messed up. Like, can't nobody do this shit wrong. Like, when I tell you I can have feelings for you today, and you can act stupid tomorrow,
Right.
bump you, bad, okay.
That's
Yeah, it might bother me a little teeny bit, but it be to the point where this tongue is unfiltered, this mouth unfiltered, and I'm glad with what I went through. I be talking
And that's a
stuff.
bruise, and that's what I call a bruise, because it's like you were just saying. That's how I am too. It's like it might hurt me for just this moment, for a couple of hours,
So
but
do
then
y'all,
later on I'm over it. So it's like okay, keep it moving. Whatever.
Next, who next? Like
Right.
next, okay.
so do y'all feel like y'all prolong situations? Like, do y'all prolong
What you mean?
situations? Like, do y'all carry it on for a long time to see like what can you take? What can you not
Might try to
take? Like,
patch it up.
yeah, try to continue to
It
go on
depends.
and
'Cause
on
it's
and on
like this.
until that-
The feelings is mutual. Like this. This is what it is. I give these guys the same energy they give me.
Right.
If I tell you I'm feeling you or whatever, you know I'm feeling you, and you see me jump through hoops, you know you call and I come. If I don't get the same thing in return, then some stuff gonna change. Like, it gotta be like here. Ain't gonna be here and there, cause like I said, I chased my first love. I done been behind bushes in the park at people's house. I done did that. And like I said, man, I had an all black with a hoodie, me and my friends. Yeah, like what? Look this number up, tell me who is this. I done did all the investigation. Like, I'm 41 years old. I done did that stuff when I, like I said, way back. If I ever give them that shit, I'm not saying I'm naive or I'm just too easy. I ain't going through that phone. I ain't mess with their phone. Don't mess with mine. Like, I'm tough. I'm tough to come to that. And if you say, I ain't feeling you, you know, this ain't what I want, then okay. I had some people say, they don't bother you. No, it don't bother me.
And I'm the same way, Rob.
It don't bother me.
Like I don't do the going through the phone stuff. I don't go through yours. You don't go through mine. I'm not running out looking for you. I'm not blowing your phone up. If I call you once, maybe twice, you don't answer. Oh well, call the next person and chit chat if that's what I want.
Right, because at the end of the
it's like
day,
it don't bother me. It's like I'm past all of that.
I'm not gonna make nobody want me.
Lay out past that.
You really scarred because I'm not making nobody be with me. After they done told me, like I said in a little post, don't tell me twice. Don't let anybody tell you twice they don't want you.
Right.
You can show me, baby. You ain't gotta tell me. No, you can be walking funny that you acting funny. Oh, I don't have to call you no more. Like what?
But you know, every time somebody is moving funny or acting funny, that does not mean that they don't want you no more. They could be dealing with something else that's
They
making
better open them up to talk at the time.
that's making them do those things to you. You getting the backlash of it. So I disagree with y'all on that. And
But then
as
you
far
gotta
as
say
the
it.
You
same
gotta look
energy,
at it too, though.
as far as the same energy, some people don't know what type of energy to give off. So sometimes they're feeding yours. Don't always wait till somebody else. I be hating that sometimes. Oh, what they saying on the internet now? I'm feeding you with the same
Energy.
yeah, or something. I don't even know. I see it so much.
It's
But it won't come to
this
me right
age
now.
I'm at.
But
I ain't got
Yeah.
anything.
y'all think y'all don't.
Me too.
Text
It's
them,
like,
text them.
girl, we getting older.
You want me to be-
sitting around guessing.
I'm gonna call. I'm gonna get my phone across. I'm gonna keep calling. Blow your phone up. Triple text.
So you do that.
Ding.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. If I'm emotionally attached to you and I'm into a situation with you, a relationship, then yes, I don't mind. I don't have to, and that's even in a relationship or a friendship. You don't have to call me first. I'm not gonna be petty and say,
Well, you have to show that you like somebody too. Like you have to, like I said, it got to be on the same level.
But your emotions ain't got nothing to do with me. How I feel about you ain't got nothing to do with how you feel about me. We might get there. We're gonna climb, and we're gonna climb at different levels, different heights. Because I feel like I feel about you, don't mean you're gonna feel like that about me. But you might get there.
Emotional scar.
Oh wait a minute, you said you're gonna get there.
You said you're gonna get there. Emotional scar at its best.
So you said
she gonna sit there and dig the phone and send book paragraph after paragraph. I'm not gonna do that.
Girl, when you get older, girl, you be like.
So are you saying you do that as a friend or as a relationship?
I do that in a friend.
No. Absolutely not.
I did it in my friends. She's like, if you do something to me and it hurts me and stuff like that, and I've gotten better now. But I've been in a situation with my friends, with my good girlfriends that I've loved for years and this, that, and the third. And we've outgrown each other, of course, but it was so many bumps and bruises in the road that we went through, and I expected certain things from them and they probably expected certain things from me that just wasn't there. Mm-hmm. And it made us detach ourselves from each other. Did it hurt? Did it emotionally scar me? Yes. Because when you with a friend is like friends are deeper to me than relationships are. Because when you grow up with somebody, you jump out the porch with them and y'all start doing certain things together, you kind of look at it like this is a forever thing. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be around this girl forever. I shared things with her that I probably won't share with nobody else. And when she get into another friendship with somebody else, you thinking the first thing is she going to share my darkest moments that I shared with her with another person. And, you could go through something with a family member of your friend, and I've been in this situation. I went through something with my friend's family member, and it put my friend in a messed up predicament to where so we had to fall back from one another because it's like a conflict of interest. This is your family, and I'm your friend. So at that point, you picking blood over war.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. That I feel like I've been emotionally scarred when it comes down to a friend.
So do you?
It definitely has scarred me when it comes down to.
So now, when you're hurt like that, do you forgive them? When you're so hurt, like it feel like it just cut you so deep that you don't think you're gonna make it. Do you forgive them, or do you just let that scar heal and then you just keep that scar and keep reminding yourself of that scar, or do you forgive and let it heal?
No, for something in one of the situations I dealt with for so long that I continued to let it cut.
So do you feel that it controls
you? And deeper and deeper. It don't control me now, but it has over the years. Mm-hmm. It don't control me now because now if I met you 3 years ago, and we don't talk tomorrow, I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then sometimes it be like that.
It be like that, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I like if I got close to you and me and you could feel like we was the best of friends. Mm-hmm. But if you move funny and I don't like, I'm gonna cut off then. But just because I done power shit on top of shit. Sorry. But
so you saying you pretty much gave them a chance, because like when Rock and I were just saying you cut it off, you said no, you give them a chance, So you saying like with your friends you would cut them off because you gave them a chance. Then you would go ahead and cut them off quick. But how many chances did you give before you cut them off quick?
I get both chances. I'm a chance. I give out chances.
Okay.
Now I give out chances to relationships and to that. Now I ain't gonna sit there and say that.
Okay.
Like that's like I just said with a certain friendship that I was in, I gave chances and I let her continue to cut and cut and cut. Okay. Now it's like you get numb. You get numb.
Yeah,
you
do.
Okay, we have a comment. You have friends that bring different things to the table, and all of your friends don't mesh together. Do y'all agree with that?
That's true.
Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Because
So,
go ahead.
Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Rock. Rock ahead.
Because different friends, well, they're not different. Like it depends. Because like sometimes you can't connect them. Like you used to what you used to. I don't have a lot of friends. The people I deal with, like we like the same stuff. Then we got one friend that kind of like she don't come around as much, and it's okay because it's her busy, hectic life. Like sometimes you just can't combine the two.
Right.
But it's like it don't mean that they less of a friend.
Some friends are just cool to party with. You got your party friends. Then you got your business friends. Then you got your friends that I need you when I'm emotionally going through.
Right.
And some friends just are certain brackets. You pick certain friends in different brackets. You can't just be like, oh yeah, well.
So which one men? Which one men was go get?
Y'all like my second. Y'all my family. We're bonding to be together forever.
Okay.
But y'all love not. This is a law.
Okay.
So y'all
That's
are
right.
friends that, and I feel like y'all, it's family. It's family. We wait a damn minute, family. You understand?
And
So
it be
we
good
always-
vibes. All we can be like good vibes.
we always have good vibes. We have good conversations. We don't have to worry about having conversations and after moments and this that, and the third, all out there. Somebody calling, somebody friends, somebody friends, and this that, and the third. We don't have to worry about all of that.
Right.
So I feel like y'all more than just friends. We're not gonna call ourselves friends. We're one. We're family at heart.
Okay, so we have a question. How do you deal with friends who are jealous of your other friends? Londa, we're gonna wait on yours. Shantae and Rashida and then Londa.
Oh, wow.
I honestly don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Other friends that's jealous of another friend. I have a work friend, but she's a friend, but we close because we at work. And sometimes when you off work, you might not see that friend because you're not at work.
Right.
But we do cheer after work, but nobody is really, I can honestly say, is jealous of
Right.
nobody.
I don't have that issue either. Now I might have had friends that didn't really care for the other one. So if I'm with the friend over here, they don't want to really go. So it's fine, don't go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So okay, you don't have to go. But as far as jealous, I don't think they're jealous. Nothing was said to me to make me think that it was jealous.
Because they got
But
they
as
scars,
far as-
they scarred, they got that going on.
Yeah.
They scarred.
I wouldn't say jealous of the other friend, but I would say territorial. I have a lot of territorial friends. But sometimes, some has admitted it and some just haven't admitted, like, bitch, when I want you around me, I want you around me, and I don't want all the extra in between.
Yeah.
We going through this, and we need to do this by ourselves. We don't need to invite in your extra friends or your other quote unquote best friend or the person that you know. So what was the question? Like, how do you handle the situation? I guess you gotta juggle your time with people, and you have to have understanding.
Everybody can't be on her sentence.
Yeah, you have to have understanding friends. You can't have friends. All your friends know that you have other friends.
Right.
That's obvious. So I don't like those type of friends that don't give you your space to be around your other
Other
friends.
friends, right.
Because you do, and I don't like other friends that are not able to talk to you around other friends, because that makes me feel like what are you talking? What are y'all talking about that when you even around that person you can't conversate with me? Or when we in good space. When we in good space and you and that person in good space and y'all it's just
The whole thing scarred up. Now get tongue twisted.
yeah.
The whole thing scarred.
It's just it can be very messy. Friendships can be messy, whether people want to admit it or not. Having a lot of friends to juggle with is messy to a point, and then you can have friends that don't like friends that just don't like the other friends.
And that could be a
So,
sign of jealousy too. You
that-
like somebody for no
They
reason.
scarred from jealousy.
It scars you because
Scarred from
you're in
jealousy.
between it.
Right.
It scars you because you like, I love her and I like being around her, and then I like being around her too. So
All right, well, we're going to end up wrapping it up after this. One says, but maybe they are emotionally scarred due to prior friendships that went wrong. That could be the case. You can elaborate on it and wrap it up.
Say it again, baby.
But maybe they are emotionally scarred due to prior friendships that went wrong.
And that's true. It could be, but still,
But they also
need
can
to
be
deal
they
with
can be
that.
scarred somewhere too by being
Right.
territorial.
Now we're going to end it with this. Should they be labeled as friends or an associate? Do you label everyone as your friend, or some of them may be associates? I feel the word friend is used loosely.
Right. Yeah, the word friend is used loosely.
It comes with maturity, and the older you get, cause I'm careful with the word friend, and I count in my hand, like I don't have a whole bunch of friends. So,
like I said, I don't have a lot of friends either. I'm just mutually open to different situations with people. Like I'll talk to anybody. I will. I'll talk to anybody, but that don't mean we friends. We ain't gotta hang out. We ain't gotta do this. We ain't gotta do that.
Okay.
But I will talk to you if you know.
Okay. Well, we have to get ready to wrap this up. We hope you guys
It's been an hour already.
something.
Yes. How we want that so?
yes.
Yes, it does.
So hopefully they learned something,
Yeah.
and maybe someone listens to our stories. Maybe you emotionally scarred. Maybe you get the right help. I hope y'all enjoyed our stories. I didn't mean to cry, but it is what it is. Before we end, I'd like to let y'all know that I'm wearing a beautiful shirt from my girls' website, Miss Go Get 'Em Blase. I was trying to show my boobs a little bit, but it just won't drop it right. But
You gotta open it.
I like that shirt.
You gotta open that one button, Bob.
Yeah, so this comes from Blase.
How you do it?
And thank
You
y'all.
look fabulous.
Yes.
Rob, fabulous.
Yes, y'all check the girl's site out.
And me trying to say that planned this. I
No.
think she be in my head. So y'all don't think we kind of, y'all not dressed like baby, but I was just like you good.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Get y'all some help if you're emotionally scarred. It's okay to get counseling.
And I will think about that because I know my way to get them many girls will help me seek help eventually, even if they probably got to come in and sit with the children and stuff. I think they really want me to get help. So I might come on the next podcast and might tell y'all, I'm looking and I'm seeking that help. But until now, again, I don't got time. But we enjoyed our